What is up with it? Today we are back. This is going to be a high ladder game. Both of these players being about top 50 on ladder, and depending on how long this game is, we might do a double feature of Doflamingo versus Shanks. But the Doflamingo, I believe, probably won the rock, paper, scissors and chose to go first would be my guess. And is going to go ahead and start with a hand of Jozu, Red Rock, Law, and Pudding. And before I forget, let's bring up these deck lists and talk about them briefly. A couple 7-drop Doflamingos. Very, very interesting. This is a card that I personally really hated. Clyde, of course, winning a treasure cup at the very start of 8.5 with this card in his deck list. I feel like he gaslit some percentage of the community. I never bought it. I always thought this card was really awful. However, I do think maybe right now it is better than it's ever been. I don't think this card is bad by any stretch of the imagination. Also playing a couple 3,000 Worlds, only 3 Red Rocks and only 3 Jozus. Is this only 3 Teach? Oh, that's insane. No, it's 4. It's 4. Never mind. The Shanks also playing a really, really weird list. We have some new gates, which typically makes you think control, but we're only running 2 Rayleigh, but then we're also running a couple Red Hawks, but then we're also running a couple Kitten Killers. And then we're also running a random Mulgun. We're playing like 2-ubs of like a ton of cards here. I don't know what they're cooking. But the Red Hawk is going to be probably pretty good in this matchup. The Shanks electing to keep the double Red Hawk, Mulgun, Yasop, and Chopper. And the Doflamingo mulling into the Jozu, the Buggy, the Perona, the Gecko, and the Pudding. A lot of players not respecting Pudding at all in the current format. Man, I wish we could see, like, do they top, do they bottom, and what those cards are. So Latasio, if you're watching this, I don't know if that's even possible. It's maybe not really, but I would love to see that. They definitely kept on top, or they are just the luckiest person to ever live to draw a 2K, hit Weevil, draw a 2K. I'm going to go ahead and say they kept on top, and the Shanks player is going to go ahead and leader skill in 2K. Keeping these Red Hawks for later, we're going to Mulgun the Weevil and swing into it for 5, not risking the swing into 9 in case they double 2K. A little interesting to me. We're going to go ahead and play out the Boa. Going to go ahead and stack the top of our deck so that potentially next turn we can play a 4 and a leader skill. We're going to swing 7, and this time it's actually going to connect as our opponent has no 2Ks and no active Dawn. It's now their 6th Dawn turn. They're going to go ahead and throw down the Yasop and swing 7 at life. I have to imagine we're thrilled to take this, which we are. Now the question will be, are they going to play a 4 and leader skill, or are they going to Jozu? My reaction is to Jozu, and I believe that they completely agree, as they're going to go ahead and swing 6, which will be met by a leader skill 1K. We're going to go ahead and swing 6, which is going to be met by a 2K. And then we're going to go ahead and Jozu, bounce, and pass. Okay, so definitely pretty good start for the Doflamingo. Granted, this is the stage of the game where things typically do look good for the Doflamingo. Shanks is going to swing 11 into the Boa. That's crazy. I feel like we could have gone 7-9, but also we're choosing to counter here as the Doflamingo. That's pretty interesting. I feel like a lot of the times we see Doflamingo players very happy to take the first 2. I have to imagine that at least part of this, very interesting, has to do with the fact that we don't want to get raced by this dragon. Oh, and we actually Gecko grabbed back the boa rather than the weevil. I was kind of expecting the weevil, but we're gonna go ahead and swing 8 after the boa attaches, which will be met by a leader skill and a 2k 1k. So the Shanks still able to drift at this 3 Dawn, but we're missing a bomb this turn, which is really gonna be bad for this Shanks player, I fear. And also, I think we're leaving up 4 Dawn for double Red Hawk. I mean, we have to play around these Red Hawks. Like he's being so obvious about it, like not hiding it at all. And I wonder if we stacked our deck at all to leader skill off of it, or if we assumed that we were going to lose some of our board and we just drew the Gecko. But yeah, we're just gonna swing, and we're gonna go ahead and so we stacked our deck assuming that we were going to have to like play the Gecko and then leader skill what the Gecko got back, and then like randomly our entire board survived. So definitely a very weird game from Shanks. I think honestly just a super questionable keep. I mean, I understand that they really wanted the Red Hawk, especially only playing 2. Did we really not attach any Dawn to the Yasop and we kept up 2 Dawn just as a bluff? We don't even have any more Red Hawks in our deck, bro. Huh. I can't believe he didn't. I don't know what this Shanks player was doing, bro. He was tweaking out, in my opinion. This was a weird game. I definitely think if you want to ask me, this is a more Shanks favored matchup these days. Also, Latasio, if you are watching this, I would love to see a world where I can click on the graveyard. If I could click on the graveyard and look through it, that would be phenomenal. I would love that to be a thing. And I gotta say, you guys let me know down in the comments, how are we feeling about the replay viewer? I feel like it's looking nice. Man. I need y'all to let me know if you agree. But I feel like we're looking pretty good, I think. But I think we're gonna cut it off here. I do have some more videos to record, as I will be gone for like 6 days for traveling to Virginia, so I need to kind of load up the videos. But I appreciate you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.